and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot. As I'm doing this, it is the first day of the second half of the year, June 1st, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to do a reading for all of us, the collective humanity, of what to expect in the coming months, what to expect in the next 30 days or so. And this is using a tarot spread that I've created with the help of one of my favorite people in the world, which connects to the energy surrounding us this month. I will leave the positions of this spread down in the comments below, so you are more than welcome to do this yourself, and you'll see the different positions and the placements as I draw the cards. And what we have with the energy surrounding it today to connect with the energy in the crystals. I have two of my favorite skulls. This is Sky, which, forgive me if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly, but I believe it's Dumortierite, and it's fantastic for connecting with intuition and, growing that intuition and those intuitive thoughts and really connecting with the energy of the world. And then we have Colossus here, which is my clear quartz skull, and it just kind of amplifies that energy, all the energy that I have surrounding here. And up above here, we have the energy connecting to Gemini with the agate, serpentine, and tiger's eye. And below, I have one connecting to Cancer with the moonstone, and amethyst, which, like the clear quartz, kind of amplifies the energy. And when I first started reading tarot, they said that blue kyanite was the crystal to really be able to read tarot cards. So I always kind of like to add that one to general readings and stuff, because kind of connects the energy and really gets those thoughts flowing. We'll be using the Deviant Moon for our reading today, which we'll go ahead and shuffle the cards as I've been doing lately. This is my favorite way to shuffle the cards. As I've said before, I'm not great at actually shuffling the cards, so being able to do this keeps the cards really organized and not warped and stuff like that. So I really enjoy doing this. Plus, this particular deck, it takes very long fingers to even get from top to bottom. So this works out for many different reasons. So there's 6 questions to this spread. First question being present situation. What the situation is for us as we move into the month of June. Second question is energy surrounding us. So this is just a general question of what the energy might be around us. It's Gemini season at the moment, so there's a lot of mutable air energy around us. So kind of the belief that we need to trust in ourselves more and believe in our higher selves and really connect with that part of ourselves and feel complete inside, really trusting our own minds. The third question of this spread is where to focus our own energy. As this is a general reading, it's not going to be very specific, so it just gives you a general idea of maybe where we should focus our energy as we move through the month and into summer in the second half of the year. Fourth question of this tarot spread, sorry, I lost my train of thought there, is something we may not have considered. I always love this question, and like I said, really one of my favorite people, one of the clients that I actually use this spread for monthly, she's the one that came up with that question, and I absolutely love it because that's the beauty of tarot. It gives you things that you might not have considered yourself before. So there's that question. And of course, obstacles, because we always like to know what obstacles we might be facing throughout the month or throughout our lives. And then the last question of the deck, or the last question of the spread, is the message from our higher selves. The message from the universe, what they think we need to hear. And as I get closer to the bottom of the deck, I want to thank the cards for whatever they want to share with us for these questions. And of course, we have the bottom of the deck, which usually I relate to the overall energy, but it can also mean just something we might not have seen otherwise, which for that you can see we have the star. So that's a very promising card to see at the bottom of the deck. Just going to shuffle them or spread them out like this and choose 6 at random. Well, asking the questions, they're not really random now, are they? 6 for the questions ahead. So the first question was present situation, which comes as the Hermit. Starting to look like it might be an major arcana reading, so that's very interesting. Second question is the energy surrounding us, and this guy really sticks out to me, so we'll pull him. We have the Queen of Pentacles, my table's only so big, so I will have to pick up the cards and show you because some of them are being cut off. Okay, we're just going to do this because I'm running out of room. Third question is where to focus our own energy. Which this guy definitely looks like he's saying pick me. We have another Queen. Something we may not have considered. That is the fourth question. And it's that guy right there that's calling to me. 10 of Pentacles. Obstacles we may face is the next question. Quite the court cards in this reading, huh? And message from our higher selves is the final question before we get to the bottom of the deck. It definitely seems like it's this guy that's calling to me, which is the Ace of Wands. So beautiful new beginnings that we are passionate about. That is the message from our higher selves. Okay, so there's a look at the spread altogether. And that's pretty much the way that I set it up. Usually I don't have this weird table here so I can hold my phone on it and pause it when I need to. But this is pretty much what the spread looks like. I will share it on my social media if you want to use it that way. Or you can send me a message and I'll be happy to share the spread with you because I have it saved. Don't worry about that. And as I said, down in the description below, I will leave a description of the different positions so you can do this reading for yourself. We'll start up here with the present situation, which is the Hermit, which is a card of spending time in solitude and learning the secrets of our soul. Now, this illustration, and this is what I love about the Deviant Moon Tarot, I'm very sorry about that weird line on it. What I love about the Deviant Moon Tarot is there's a different perspective of the cards that we might not have seen in other decks. Like a lot of times when you see the Hermit, you see like an older gentleman with his long beard and his lantern, and he's going into the darkness and learning about himself. But with this particular illustration, the Hermit, there's a look of being terrified on the Hermit's face. Like the creature down here, the dead fish, definitely, like if you're sitting there with your own thoughts and you have a dead fish beside you, yeah, things are not looking good for you. But like that whole kind of idea is a lot of times when we do spend time by ourselves and really learn the secrets of our soul, it's scary at times. Like we don't want to face that darkness. But in order to truly love ourselves inside and out, we need to spend that time getting to know ourselves and honor that need for introspection to really get to know ourselves, believe in ourselves, and to come to love the individuals that we are. So the present situation with the Hermit appearing for that definitely seems to suggest that we've been doing that inner work, really finding the time to look within, getting to know and understand ourselves so we can really come to love the people that we are. The energy surrounding us appears as the Queen of Pentacles, which is the feminine leader of the suit of material happiness and financial success. Now in this illustration, the Queen of Pentacles seems to be very sure of herself that the pentacle that she's holding in her hand, the money that she offers, is what these children want. But you can tell with their expressions looking down, they are not remotely interested in that material possession. So the energy surrounding us this month, I'm getting this feeling from this card that we need to pay attention to things other than money. Like get outside, enjoy nature, walk barefoot in the ground and really connect with the powers that be in nature. So as it is June, at least here for us in the Northern Hemisphere, the sun is coming out more, life is getting warmer. Memorial Day was just this past weekend, which is the time that most of the pools open up for summer. So there is a strong focus on that earthly nature. And if we look over here to the King of Pentacles, which is also one of the leaders of the Pentacle suit and in the obstacles position, we have both those earthly energies surrounding us this month. And as this is Gemini season, as we move through to about the 20th, 21st of June, the Queen of Pentacles suggests, with that mutable air energy, that we might have these big ideas that our heads are in the clouds a little bit. We need to come back down to earth a little bit. So the Queen of Pentacles kind of says, with that being the position of energy surrounding us this month, the Queen of Pentacles kind of suggests getting out there and enjoying the earthly energy, connecting with nature a little more, and maybe not worry so much about money and focus more on what we do have and what we are grateful for. I know, money is so important, but the Queen of Pentacles appearing here, she does relate to money. You see her very focused on her pentacle and thinking that's what people want. That is what we want, but there's also a focus on we need to feel more grounded and comfortable, connect back to our roots, and really feel connected to nature in general. And I think this time of year is the perfect time to do so. Another queen follows that queen in the position of where we should focus our own energy. As you can see, this queen is looking down towards these characters and looking in this general direction, and this queen is looking in this direction. But there is a strong focus on the Queen of Swords that she's moved past the pain of her past, and she uses that knowledge, that strength that she has gained from her past in order to really lead in her life. So we have two queens side by side. And while these are specific positions in this reading, you can like generalize them as well. So you have that energy of double queens, and it kind of says have compassion for ourselves, have empathy for ourselves, as well as the ones around us, and really fill our hearts with love and compassion, and life will become easier for us. So the Queen of Swords appearing in the where to focus our own energy for the month of June. It's a sword suit, so it relates to air, so this does make a lot of sense this time of year as it is Gemini season. To look at our past, that introspection thing we talked about with the Hermit up here. The Queen of Swords says there's strength to find in our past, even if it's painful and it's hard to look at, which might be the reason why our Hermit here, it looks so terrified, because that past just wasn't pretty, but there is strength to be found in it. I kind of get this idea with the Queen of Pentacles over here as the overall energy, the feminine leader of the suit of material happiness. There might be, this is a stretch, but there might be a book being thought of in your mind, like using that pain of your past and that wisdom you have accrued from living that life. There might be an opportunity to write a book about it and feel even more comfortable in life because you've made that money from learning from that past. We don't have the energy of the Three of Swords in this reading, and that's probably a good thing because that's the card of heartbreak and betrayal, but it's also the card of creativity and creation itself. So I kind of feel that energy as well, that there is something we can create, something we can do with that knowledge we have accrued from the pain of our past. So don't let your heart just be too much, like filling you with sadness and just being upset about things, because I see quite a couple cards here that definitely look like there's a sadness to it. But the way this queen is standing, where she's pointing in this direction, it shows that she's moving forward. Yes, she has a tear right here on her face, and you can tell there's blood dropping from her sword. So she's seen some things in her life, and it's likely hurt her. But she's using that pain to really take control of her life and lead. If everything was always sunshine and rainbows, all happy and positive all the time, I don't think we would appreciate the good as much as we could. So, the sadness kind of is needed so we can find the strength from it to keep going. So the Queen of Swords appearing for where to focus our own energy this month kind of suggests taking the time to reflect on where we've been, learn from the past, face the pain, so we can really take control of our lives and lead in them, loving who we are and having compassion for ourselves in order to forgive the past. Something we may not have considered is the position that we have following the Queen of Swords, and it shows as the Ten of Pentacles. And again, we have a character down here that seems very sad and depressed. Now, again, this might be a stretch, but perhaps this character, all blue and sad under the table, becomes this character in the Hermit, where it's like, I don't need these people to be happy. If I just take the time to appreciate who I am and really look within to come and love and accept myself, things will get better. Yes, it can be terrifying, and in the present situation, it might be terrifying to really get to know ourselves. But when we do, the opportunities that are available to us, there's just so many more of them. The Ten of Pentacles is often seen as a card of generations of family coming back together to celebrate. There is a message of inheritance and stuff like that to this card, but I've always been more of a fan of seeing this Ten of Pentacles as a card of ancestors or past lives. And while we might not remember those past lives, or we might not know that much about our ancestors, when it comes to ancestors, there's definitely a lot of websites out there that will help us find those people. But the energy of that, we might not remember it, we might not know them personally, but they're still within us. We still have that strength, and we can get that strength from knowing that we're part of something bigger than we ever could have imagined. This is the completion of the suit of material happiness and financial success, much like the Queen of Pentacles over here and the King of Pentacles over here. So we have that energy of completion, we have this, we can be successful. We have both the leadership qualities of the suit of material happiness and financial success, the suit of earth right here. 3 of the 7 cards that we see in this reading are of that, so there's a strong energy with that. So spending time in nature, really connecting with it, might help us to feel complete and whole. Just remember who we are, love the skin we're in, and really feel comfortable in our own skin in order to take control of our lives and really lead. as this is the position of something we may not have considered. The Ten of Pentacles might be saying that our families can help us, like the extended family, our parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, those kind of things. They might help us as we're trying to feel more connected and grounded in nature and maybe learning about ourselves more. And then there's the energy of like the something we may not have considered, that we are more than we think we are. We're part of something bigger than we ever could have imagined. So getting to take that time, like looking back and reflecting on where we've been, and using that painful past in order to take control and lead in our lives, we might not have considered how much strength they can give us. That brings us to the obstacles position of the reading, and nobody really likes the obstacles position. I mean, these are things that we're going to have to overcome in order to feel control of our lives and stuff like that. But it's here nonetheless, and it's best that we learn about it before we actually have to face it. And that's what this pretty much is just like a general thought that what obstacles might stand in our way. Now, members of the court, like kings, queens, pages, and knights, they all can represent aspects of ourselves, energy surrounding us, or people in or coming into our lives. And I'm getting this strong feeling from the King of Pentacles appearing here that it might be because of someone else that makes us feel like we can't take control of our lives. There's somebody else holding the coins, holding the money, and it's causing us to not feel like we have power or we're in control. Politics are coming to mind here, but I'm not even going to go into that. I just want to tell you to believe in yourself and not let anybody stand in your way of focusing on your dreams and using the strength that you have within to make your life exactly what you want it to be. Now, there is kind of a thought with this King of Pentacles, as it does represent the energy of the first two deacons of Taurus, the fixed earth sign of the zodiac. So there might be a focus, and I feel like the Queen of Pentacles we met over here kind of has that focus as well. The obstacle we might face is just the worry we have over money. Do we have enough to survive? Do we have enough to buy this or that we want? Do we have enough to feel comfortable and grounded in these earthly lives? So the King of Pentacles appearing here as the obstacles might be suggesting that our own minds will be working against us at this time, filling us with doubt about our own financial success. So I'm going to mention the law of attraction here, where the thoughts that we have in our lives, what we believe, that makes up our destiny and our futures, and that's what we tell the universe we want. So if there is this thought in our minds that we don't have enough money to feel comfortable and safe, and the King of Pentacles represents that obstacle of like, this is too hard to achieve, there is this thought that that's what the universe thinks we want, and that's what we're going to get. On the other hand, if we see this King of Pentacles as our goal, see ourselves achieving this King of Pentacles and feeling in control and leading in our life, then that's what the universe will shower us with. The universe will give us, because they know that's what we want. So the King of Pentacles appearing in the obstacles position, it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. Yes, it might be someone else, someone wealthier than us, that will make us feel bad about ourselves. And just like, that might be the case. The King of Pentacles appearing in this position might also be our own doubt or insecurities about our feelings about money. But if we turn it around then and really see ourselves achieving it, we have both the Queen and the King here. So we have thought process, compassion, and empathy for ourselves, as well as taking action in our lives to make this pentacle and to make the money that we feel safe and comfortable in a thing. We have that energy, again, to just trust in ourselves and believe we have what it takes to achieve our goals. Feel comfortable and grounded in our lives in order to really take control and lead in our lives and embrace that inner star power that we have as the bottom of the deck. We aren't quite there yet, though. We still have the Ace of Wands appearing in the message from our higher selves before we get to the bottom of the deck. This is one of my absolute favorite aces of the entire tarot, because the Ace of Wands is the ace of enthusiasm, passion, excitement, what lights our inner fires. So appearing as the message from our higher selves, this is the only card of beginnings that we see in this entire reading. Yes, we have the Ten of Pentacles down here, which has the message that learning from the past, we already learned one chapter. It has the energy of all the numbers that come before. So we take what we've learned in the past in order to begin the new chapter. So this ace, as it does represent beginnings, does show that a new path is awaiting us, but everything we've learned in the past can help us to succeed on that path. So I feel the Ace of Wands appearing in the message from our higher selves is a message from our guides, the universe, God, and spirit, however you choose to see it. It's a message that our lives are what we choose to create. Ask yourself right now what it is you're most passionate about. What do you want your life to be? With the king and queen down here of the Pentacles suit, it's really those earthly desires are likely something that do light our inner fires. Like, we want to feel successful, we want to feel comfortable and content in our lives. And if we see something we want to purchase or see someplace we want to go, we want to believe that we have the money to make that happen. So the Ace of Wands appearing from the message from our higher selves kind of feels like a message that it's never too late to start over. It's never too late to begin creating that path we're truly passionate about by learning from the past and really beginning that new path with confidence. So at the present time, like we're learning secrets about ourselves, we do have a focus on money, but it's connecting with nature might help us to find more success in our lives. Learning from the past, I get that energy from both of these cards right here, really learning from the past and taking control of it. Even in this, like where I have the cards spread out here, we can see like the queen is definitely looking over at the characters in this 10. So that might be the painful past that she's remembering. But that painful past, like I said, can give us strength if we just learn to accept it and really feel in control of our lives, because we lived through it, we learned from it, and those lessons can help us to really feel confident in the present. So the obstacle with the King of Pentacles, I kind of relate that to the doubt we might have, or the just disbelief that we can have the money we need to succeed. So that's an obstacle, any obstacle we face. With the right mindset and the confidence within ourselves, we can overcome whatever life throws at us. And even if this is like the completion and the end, that shows that a passionate new beginning begins. So whatever you're most passionate about, and again, I'll ask you that question, what really lights your inner fire? Believe in yourself, embrace your inner star power, and make your life exactly what you want it to be. There's no time like the present to really begin creating a life you love. And that brings us to the bottom of the deck. And what we're going to do is pick up all these cards, set them under here, and just focus on this beautiful star in front of us. You are the star of your story. You're the protagonist of your story, and your life is what you choose to create. Now, thinking back to that Ace of Wands we met just a moment ago, it did depict a picture of a woman, so there's feminine energy with that ace, although the Ace of Wands is more often considered a card of masculinity, like masculine energy, which relates to action. So if we want to be stars in our lives, really feel in control, take control of our lives and lead in them, letting our star power shine and really feel successful. This is a 17, so it relates to success and wealth when we reduce it. If we really want that, we have to take action in our lives. Not just have compassion for ourselves and forgive the past, but really feel like stars in our lives and take what we've learned to create the life that we want to live. This illustration of the star, usually we see an absolutely beautiful maiden with flowing hair pouring water into a basin below. But here we have the disturbing star of the Deviant Moon universe. And that's really what I love about the Deviant Moon Tarot. It's weird, it's fantastic, it's just downright creepy at times, but it shows us that the darkness that we have inside of us can really be our strength. So the star appearing at the bottom of the deck, I feel today, along with the Hermit, which is the only other major arcana card to appear for us, kind of gives me the idea that by facing ourselves, like really taking the time to get to know ourselves inside and out, we can find what we need to become the stars of our personal stories and really take control and lead in our lives. The star is astrologically connected to Aquarius, my personal favorite sign of the zodiac. So there's this kind of message, and the illustration kind of suggests it too, to be weird. You don't have to be like everybody else to be successful in life. Your star power can be innovative, quirky, and just downright weird. Love yourself, be passionate about what you do, and really create the life that you feel comfortable in by believing in your own self and you doing you. The star is your personal birthright, whether you're an Aquarius or not. And it just shows the power we have when we really believe in ourselves and take what we've learned and apply it to the present. So as we move into the second half of the year, opportunities are all around us. Beginnings, whatever we want to begin, it's our chance to actually do it. Start today by believing in yourself if you don't. Feel grounded, feel connected, connect with nature if we need to, and embrace that inner star power in order to create the life that we truly want to live. This is just a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If you want something more personal, like this reading's on for you personally, that is a monthly subscription that you can contact me about any day, and I can have it to your inbox on the first of the month at midnight Eastern Standard Time, the first day of every year, or every month, excuse me, not every year. I mean, if we're talking about every year, I do that at the end of the year too, if that's something you're interested in. But I do want to thank you very much for watching. Like I said, I'll leave the description link in the, not a link, I'll leave a link to this deck if you want to add it to your collection because it's awesome. But I'll leave the positions of this reading, this tarot spread, down in the description below, so you can do it yourself, as today is the first of the month. But if you're watching this in the middle of the month, if you're watching it 5 years from now, it doesn't matter. Every day is an opportunity to begin again and be the star of your story. And that's what I feel like this message really has for us today. Our message from our guides, that every day is a new opportunity to begin again. Trust yourself, believe in yourself, and start creating the life that you're truly passionate about. You're the one in the driver's seat. You're the one in control. Take what you've learned in the past, embrace your inner star, and create a life that you truly love. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again soon.